them
No,
to
the
that.
concept is the same, but he's not going to be popular. Nobody's going to watch.
Yeah.
Like, literally, like maybe we'll get 100 viewers.
Sorry. Unless it's like
I mean,
real
if
nice.
that's the
100 viewers a
parameters,
month.
then that's a
But
different
is
argument.
it about him not being
But
popular?
we didn't say he's going to be viral.
I know, but it's Riley. A lot of people would check to see Riley's dick
Initially,
out.
yeah.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So he's going to be known for his dick out.
Yeah, for the first week.
Yeah, and I think that you can't shake that off.
Yeah, I don't think
Fair
so.
enough.
Pause.
Fair enough. Good combo.
Can't shake that.
Good morning, good afternoon, good night. You're back with Let 'Em Shoot. We are back. It's Tuesday night. I hope you're in bed watching, enjoying this show. Maybe some ice cream, maybe a little dessert. What's your
Where is
favorite
bed?
dessert, Tom? Because it comes out around 7. People get into bed like around 8. They're in bed.
Probably ice cream.
That's your favorite dessert ever.
What?
Not ever.
You
But if I'm at
boring
home.
bastard.
If I'm at home.
Piss off.
Okay. No, just like a favorite dessert that you could have at home.
He said Napoleon ice.
Maybe like what are those Italian things
Vanilla ice
that
cream's
have the
hard.
cream in it?
Tiramisu.
No.
Cannoli.
The
Cannoli?
Yeah, cannoli.
Okay, favorite
No,
dessert.
it's not like
They're
cannoli.
pretty good.
Are we all doing it?
Yeah.
Mine's tiramisu. That's my favorite
I
dessert.
don't like
But
tiramisu.
we already know.
Christmas pavlova, baby.
You're a weird guy, bro.
I'd probably say I've ordered tiramisu the most.
Yeah.
Well, I'm not really a dessert guy, but if I was to order one, I'd probably get a tiramisu.
Yeah, health is wealth.
Fair enough.
Try pavlova.
And you?
I don't like pavlova.
Yeah, it's disgusting.
You haven't
What'd
had
you
the good
say?
one.
I'll go, cheesecake or tiramisu.
What about
cheesecake's hard.
sticky date pudding? Sticky date is
Yeah.
I do
bussin'.
like it, but it's not.
A bit rich.
It comes in one.
Yeah.
It comes
It's
in
too
one.
much. Yeah.
All you guys have
Sometimes.
said good ones, but they're not as customizable as pavlova.
What does that mean?
You just put fruit
Like
on
you
top.
can put whatever you want, fruit, chocolate.
What do you think of
cheesecake
cheesecake?
is not as
You can put
customizable
cheesecake
as
on the
You can-
pavlova, like sprinkle
No.
it.
What?
I
did you say?
really
Let's
think
move on.
you.
Pavlova ice cream done.
Take it away.
You're doing a lot because we've got special guests here.
No,
But
This
you
guy's
know,
gotta be
you know my
absurd.
dessert pavlova.
What
You even
the
said at
hell?
the start.
I know it's pavlova.
Yeah.
What
You can
the
customize any
hell?
dessert, bro.
Not really.
Ice cream, you can't customize.
That's the most
You can have
customizable
cannoli.
dessert
No,
ever.
No, but
Cannoli
it's the
can
most
be customized.
customizable one without the shit getting
Cannoli.
to it.
No, cannoli.
The
What?
flavor of pavlova is always the same.
And
Cheesecake
always
can be
there.
any flavor.
No, it's not.
Yes.
Pavlova is so customizable. You can put
No,
cream
it's
on
not
the
the whole
top.
main thing.
Flavored
That doesn't
cream.
have any other
Flavored
dessert.
everything.
Any
Any
dessert.
cake,
but
any
that-
cake,
there's
literally in
certain-
the
any
world.
cake,
Yeah,
any
but all of them
cannoli,
get
any
to a
pastry.
normal limit. Whereas
Ice cream
pavlova keeps
doesn't.
going.
What
You can
you
customize
just-
it.
Ice
Ice
cream
cream
is
doesn't make sense.
exponential.
It does.
What is
I'm
a
saying-
normal limit for customizing things?
I'm saying that you can put so much on these.
What would ruin
without-
cake that
until you
doesn't
ruin
ruin
it.
pavlova?
What cake?
Any cake.
Any cake.
No, but I'm saying yours wasn't any cake.
Cheesecake.
Cheesecake.
There's more variations of cheesecake than there is pavlova.
Yes.
Of course, there's
There's
no
more
variations of pavlova.
What were you talking about?
That's
Just
not
pavlova
pavlova.
and fruit.
Pavlova, yeah.
Yours
No,
everything.
no. This what is
Yours
this
every
argument now?
cheesecake. You like every cheesecake.
Do you like every pavlova?
Yes.
No, you don't.
Yes, I do.
So pavlova with shit on it. You like?
That's so dumb. You've been hanging around.
So
Been hanging
dumb,
around
bro.
mix too much.
You're actually so
Pavlova
dumb.
with shit
I've
on
never
it.
heard of any variation of pavlova.
I've never heard this guy stoop that low. That's crazy.
To my very right.
It's your boy MJ, Born African Gang in the madhouse. Well, life's good, you know. I pray every day so I don't become like these guys.
To my left.
PBB in 4K.
He's right. Yeah.
PBB in 4K. We back in the sauna, baby. Sauna house.
We need beers, bro. It's so hot. Sorry,
It's
go.
actually really hot.
To my left.
Blame Samuel, Texo Peng. To my left.
To what?
Yeah, Texo Peng.
Okay.
I'm not
This one's for
famous.
Jeremy. Canberra's Jackson Irvine.
Yeah,
Boss gave me the night off.
Yuck.
So I'm back.
that's not good.
Boss gave you the night off. You're the boss.
Yeah.
We're back. Thank you all for
Same
your
drip,
likes.
though.
Yeah, yeah. You do have similar. He actually dresses
He has
quite.
a nice
Yeah.
drip.
Yeah.
He likes
Like
retro
yeah.
kits.
Yeah,
You
You
same
just need to
vibe.
start
Yeah.
painting.
I need to
Yeah.
get some more
Yeah.
tattoos. So.
Yeah, that's
And
true.
maybe
He
a
does
pink
have a lot.
ponytail.
True.
Yeah, samurai.
And a moustache.
He does have a
Yeah,
lot.
oh, you need to grow thick.
Yeah, I need to
You-
get
yours
rid
is
of it.
pretty thick, but
It's
you just have to
okay.
get rid of the pores. But you just have to get rid of the rest.
Thank you, Sam. It is thick.
You know, I've known Tom since I was a child, so that makes it even worse.
Make sure you like, share, subscribe. We're at 6.5. We need to get to 10 by the end of March.
6.5
Otherwise,
only.
I'm a liar. Yeah.
A bunch of losers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I told
End of
you, bro.
March.
End of March.
These guys are shit subscribers.
We've got 2 months.
I've
at
been
least.
saying that from the start. Why are you laughing? I'm being dead serious. What did I say the episode where you said we need to get to March? I said these losers can't do it. They're proving me right.
I
So
did say that. But we'll get there.
no, we won't.
Comment your favorite dessert, just so we know you watched the whole episode. First 10 minutes.
At the start.
At the start. Today we're doing mid-season Premier League review recap. We do it every year, so might as well keep doing it.
Isn't this our first year?
Doing it.
First proper year.
Nah, man, we've done it at least
No,
twice.
let him shoot.
Before you were here, and we had real people who knew football.
Yeah.
Denied Jerome.
2 episodes.
Yeah, this is way better.
And where are they right now?
Yeah. Let's get into it, boys. Mid-season, how are you feeling? You Liverpool boys obviously happy, considering where you
Not
are
right
in the
now.
table. You didn't think you were going to be there.
No.
I was
this
happy.
time.
Was happy till the news broke.
We'll definitely get in. Yeah, you can talk about it. Also, just recently, Klopp has announced he's leaving Liverpool. He's sick. After 1 year of coaching Darwin, he's sick of it. And he's out of energy. Quote, I'm run out of energy.
And he said, I'm sick of these.
Yeah, facts. Why do you guys think that is? You think he's just spent too long, or
It's a
is
long
there a
time.
mix of
It's longer than most managers spend at a club.
continuous second best?
I feel like that would
Not
be
continuous, but yeah.
that would be kind of draining too. Competing like the level that they compete at and not winning every year would be tough. Also, it's almost a decade. It's like so long in your life. I don't know how long people can last in a job for, but yeah, it's just such a long period of your life, especially living in Liverpool as well. Imagine that.
Try.
You're turning the people against you, man.
I'm not. I'm very sad that he's gone. He's going. I feel like he feels almost irreplaceable. But then again, yeah, no, he feels irreplaceable, to be honest. It's tough. I don't really know what to say at all. I'm actually really sad.
When I saw the news,
Yeah, we thought it was a joke. It was a joke.
I looked at my phone, checked to see if the date was April or some shit. I was
I
ready.
thought it was AI.
Yeah.
I was like, what the hell is this?
Yeah. But then Fabrizio posted it.
Yeah.
That's what I knew.
That's
it
what
was
you know.
legit.
Sick of that guy.
You know, I actually checked to see if it was April as well. I swear to God.
Some people won't get that.
Tom?
This will go over some people's heads.
Yeah, pretty much what Samuel said, but I like a conspiracy as well. So I want to know what's going on behind the scenes, whether or not he's fallen out with the chairman or what's happening, because
There was a conspiracy. Do you want me to bring it
I
up?
don't want
No, no, we don't need that
no,
one.
no, we don't need that.
If anyone wants
And
that
also,
conspiracy,
everyone is left.
hit my
Everyone is
DMs.
left.
Hit my DMs and I'll give you the conspiracy.
It seems like a weird time to announce it.
It's very
So that's
strange.
what I mean. I'm like, has something gone on? Have they had a meeting and they've told him that he's not
Conspiracies
going to get what he wants next year?
I think he's seen
I don't know.
KDB come back and he's like, I need
He's
to
like,
motivate.
"Fuck
I need to
this."
motivate these guys to win. Otherwise, there's
imagine
no-
if he turns around at the end of the year.
and says I'm staying.
You didn't see they asked him that already?
Yeah, I know that.
The first thing they said, so Alex Ferguson did it twice. He said he was retiring, and he said, nah, no chance.
Yeah, but I think it is motivation. Otherwise, he would have just said it at the end of the year.
Yeah.
He wants to play his
Yeah,
fire.
maybe it is motivation, but he doesn't. He's going to leave at the end of the year.
No, yeah, I know, but I'm just saying why he announced it specifically right now.
I feel like
Why?
I reckon there was a
It
fight.
is weird.
There was a fight that week, and you just had enough. I
It's
reckon.
really hard times at the moment.
Over with Thiago.
You should have seen
He
how
walks into
excited
training.
they
He
were.
saw Thiago on
Really?
the
Against
on the
Tom,
table.
They were so happy. Liverpool's finished. I can't. Jeremy's going, yep, 5 years of being shit now coming. 5 years of being
Facts.
shit.
Yeah.
Mitch was so excited. Bud was so happy. Actually, he broke the news.
It's crazy.
I was shocked.
Yeah. Oh,
Because you guys are going to go from being second best to being like
Back to Emery.
8th, 9th.
Emery.
depending on who we
Same
get.
as we'll have to go through what Arsenal's been going through. Just
Yeah.
mediocrity. The
Potentially,
last
yeah.
3-4
Yeah.
years.
Moreno's gonna come back.
Yeah, maybe. Moreno,
Skirtle.
Sacco.
Gangs come back together.
Yep.
They
about
should you should do a reunion match.
Yeah.
in the league.
Balotelli's still playing, so
Yeah.
Lovren.
He'll be right.
I might bring back the Ricky Lambert as well.
Yeah.
Oh, you know who's still playing? Andy Carroll.
Andy Carroll, where?
France.
Is that the worst
French
signing
second
ever?
division? Probably.
Should we bring
Liverpool
Lallana to be player coach?
Milner player
Milner.
coach.
Milner
Milner.
player coach, yeah, sure.
And
Milner should be
quickly,
new fitness coach.
who's your number one option, you two?
I think Xabi
Xabi
Alonso is the obvious
Alonso.
shout, but I think I'd like De Zerbi.
I would too, but
You
I
guys
just
are-
feel like it's a longer period of being average with De Zerbi than it is with Xabi Alonso. Maybe.
You want some
You
good
reckon?
football for once? You reckon?
I can't.
why you want
I
to
love
do.
that.
I want some balling out.
Bud, who do you reckon they should get?
I reckon they should get Roy Hodgson.
Mm.
'Cause why would I want him to get a good manager?
Yeah, true.
That's a silly question to ask.
True. Mourinho?
Nah, fuck no.
Mourinho
If
could
Mourinho
be-
goes, I'll get a
could be
Liverpool
interesting.
jersey.
He could blow shit up.
Mourinho-
Mourinho.
Mourinho
terrible.
2025 on the
It'd
back,
be
I'll get that.
awful to watch, but
Yeah, we'd be terrible.
you'd
It'd be a
concede
terrible team.
one goal every 15 games or something like
What's
that.
the league? What's the Anfield's going to be a snore fest again if Mourinho goes there.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah. Gonna lose everyone. You think I'm joking?
Why would you think Mourinho would come?
I said if he goes, it'd be a snore fest.
Okay.
All right, boys.
See you in the end.
First question for the mid-season review recap
On Tuesday, Tom.
is who is the player of the year so far?
Oh shit.
Who's the player of the year so far?
How did another one?
I'll accept one answer only. Tama, do your real one.
Yeah, I'm doing my real one, but I'll
No, your real one.
clarify.
88 seconds. Everyone ready?
Yes.
Do one at a time.
Ready.
For this one, let's do one at a time, Tom.
Virgil van Dijk. I know the Arsenal boys won't be happy about this because Virgil's understudy. They think he's better, but I think Virgil's been back to his best this year. I think that a lot of the players around him have been, swapped in and out. Robbo got injured, then Tsimikas got injured. He's had Gomez, he's had randoms. Konate's, in and out of the team sometimes with injury. So I just think that he's the marshal back there and he's been exceptional this year. Best defense in the league as well, so can't really complain.
And without a real DM in front of him for a lot of the season.
Well, you signed one, Endo. Anyway.
I said for a lot of the season.
Go
These
for it.
guys sledging their own players.
go for it.
This guy said a lot of randoms next to him.
Yeah.
Now this guy saying
You
no
don't know
real
the names
DM.
of the players, that's why.
Yeah.
They don't know.
Go, Sam.
Bernardo Silva. Same answer. I think if we were to do the award of who they actually would give it to, they wouldn't give it to Bernardo Silva, I think, at this point. But right now, for me, he's been the best player in the Premier League. So this season, everything that he can do as a player, I feel like right now with KDB out, there's nobody that can compare to him and his impact in the team. I think defensively, he's so good and it's overlooked. And on the ball, he's outrageous. He's phenomenal.
But
Agree.
I wrote Heung-min Son as my player this season so far. I think this guy's taken the role of probably Tottenham's most important player of the last 8 seasons quite well this year. His numbers are still high, but I think his involvement in the game has changed and he's taken the role of what Kane used to do, I feel like, in just being the guy that's there for Tottenham. Captain now. Yeah. Heung-min Son.
fair enough. I'm a Bernardo as well. Sammy already said it.
Yeah. To be honest, my second guy would have been Bernardo, but I think I had to. I normally don't like this guy, but this time I'm just going to give him love, and I'm going to say Salah. If you look at just where Liverpool is, it's a combination of Salah, the defensive effort, Alisson. You got guys like Darwin who are contributing as well, but I think Salah, somebody who was expected not to perform again, same as last season, he's performing. He's clutching it up. And I feel like he's the driving force as to why Liverpool is so difficult to play, as well as other players, like I've said. But I think without him, that takes away too many goals. And being first in a league, it's hard to argue somebody outside Liverpool being there, to be honest.
Yeah, and I think the way the award's given out, without a doubt,
it's
right
the
now,
obvious
it would
choice.
go to Salah.
Based on...
That's who it would go to. I feel like that's not even arguable at the moment. That's who it would go to. But I just feel as though, even as a Liverpool fan, if we're talking about the best player, for me, he's just not the best player in the Premier League. He's having an amazing season, but it's a season that he has all the time. So that's not like something different. I just think as a player, if we're talking about footballer, who's the best footballer in the Premier League?
That's the question.
Yeah,
it's a different
not
answer.
him. It's not him. But yeah, it's not obviously he's would win the award.
MJ, you want this?
No, I've got it. Thank you, bro.
Let's go.
Signing.
Yeah.
Signing of the season so far. Everyone ready?
Yes.
Mike, signing of the season so far.
For me, this is the obvious choice, but I'm biased. It is what it is. I'm going to say Rice. Yeah, it's expensive, so he wouldn't be the bargain of the season, but I think in terms of his consistency, he's been our most consistent player by far. He's clutched up many wins for us in very important moments. He's rarely injured except for now. Hopefully he plays. But yeah, Rice, he's been incredible. Before we signed him, I was skeptical because of the price. I was like, that's a lot of expectation, but it looked like it didn't impact him at all. I feel like if he wasn't there, we'd be finished because we haven't seen Partey play more than 90 minutes in his correct position. Yeah, but he's probably saved us the most, I'd say, this season. And without him, I reckon we'd be outside the top 5.
I saw somebody try to say that the reason Arsenal's front three isn't doing so well is because of Rice slowing the game down.
It's true.
Do you reckon that's why?
Well, for me, Rice, he's so important defensively, and his work rate, his positioning is excellent. But I think when we compare to the chance creation we had from last year in terms of where we're shooting from, it's very different to what Partey provides.
Yeah.
But I guess our game is different. So while I do accept we are different because he's there, I still think without him there, we'd be finished
Yeah, I hate
completely.
Mine is Cole Palmer.
Come on, baby.
I think it's like 42 mil,
46.
46 mil. And he is now everything for Chelsea Football Club.
Everything.
He is everything. And initially I thought this guy is doing a lot.
He's doing the
He's doing a
most.
lot of everything.
I remember that day. I
Yeah,
remember that.
I said it. But
Yeah.
he has become literally the heartbeat of the whole team. And they're not doing well.
At all.
They're 9th, 10th.
But they're doing better
when
now.
they do well and when they do play well, he's at the center of everything. I think he's even his numbers. I'm not Samuel's stat guy who probably knows off by heart, but
I think he has 9 goals
He's-
this season.
yeah, something like
9
that.
pens,
yeah.
yeah.
9 goals.
But-
he has the most amount of match-winning goals in the Prem this season.
There you go. See, stat
Mr.
guy.
Stats.
4.
So, but if you just watch him
Is that
play,
it? 4?
silky on the ball, creates a lot of chances for Chelsea, and he's at the center of everything. So
And normally when...
also Price. That's why I didn't pick Rice.
Exactly.
Little Ozil regen.
And normally when an English winger that's under the age of 22 is sold, there's normally a bit of tax on that as well. And to pick him up for 46, it's a bargain as well. Two
Well,
for
at
one.
the time it wasn't.
Now it is.
Now it is because he's
if we're looking at hindsight, it
good.
is. But at the time, it wasn't a bargain.
Yeah.
What do you mean?
I don't think it's a bargain. Still,
You paid for completely unproven. How was
He
that a
wasn't
bargain?
completely unproven.
He was completely.
He was from a great
unproven. He
team.
had played like 13
Nah, look,
starts.
I feel like this is a
it's like
hindsight
City's
pick,
kit man as well.
but it was like at the time you would not
There's-
have accepted that was a great signing.
I'm saying compared to all signings throughout the whole in the Prem, teams were buying like Halle for 50 mil, West Ham, 50 mil
Striker.
striker.
Yeah.
And what happened to him now?
No, I agree. I mean, there's heaps of examples of that.
Yeah, but this
All
guy
the examples
played
are
in the
from
Prem
your
already.
team as well.
He's got Prem experience no matter if it's
he
one
doesn't
game
have
or
Prem experience.
One game of Prem experience
Doesn't
is not
count
Prem
as
no.
experience.
I'm saying whether
Like
it's
is
one
Oscar
game.
Bob got Prem experience? He's probably played more games than Cole Palmer.
No,
did
he
at
hasn't.
that time. For,
No,
in
he
the
hasn't.
Prem.
I'm saying whether it's one game or 50, I feel like someone who's been around an environment, especially one of the best team that's been in this time. If he was at another club, he would have had way more Prem experience in the league.
Nobody was saying Solanke had Champions League experience because he was playing at Liverpool.
That's not the point. I'm saying the English tax for.
Kind of is the exact point.
I'm saying because the price was so low for someone who's played in the Prem.
It's not
English
so low.
winger
It's
and
not
under the
low
age
at
of
all. He
unproven
didn't
in the
play.
Prem. That's the
He was completely
argument.
unproven.
But for the price, it's still low.
I don't think it's
feel
low.
like-
It's not
I think
low.
it's low.
I think it was high.
I think it's very low.
the price was extremely high. He's
Compared
just
to
No.
Declan Rice's history in the Prem, he's essentially more expensive because what are you going to get? You don't know what you're getting.
From who? Cole Palmer.
Yeah.
What
Yeah.
you didn't know what
did
you
not
were gonna
know
expect.
what you were going to get from Cole.
You didn't know
Palmer.
where he
You
was
didn't even
gonna
know
play,
what
how he was gonna
position.
play. You
I know
didn't
he's
know
he's a great
You didn't
player
even think
in
he
a
was
great
starting.
team.
I guarantee you didn't think he was starting.
Yes, I did, and I said this.
You didn't know
don't
where
think
he
he
was
was
going to play.
starting.
You didn't know
Okay,
how he was
that's
going to
the
play,
thing,
and you didn't
thinking
even know
he's gonna
what type
start.
of player he is.
When we had this conversation, when he was bought, he's coming straight into
he's,
lineup. That's what I said.
he's almost a complete different player to what I imagine Cole
If he
Palmer
had-
being like.
Especially because you thought.
That's not the question,
Especially because you
though.
thought
That's not what
Mudryk
I'm
was
saying.
going to win Young Player of the Year. So
That's
Mudryk
not what
was
I'm
obviously
saying.
playing.
I'm saying this guy bought for 46 mil, technically even less if we want to do calculations, because we sold Kovacic to them for 30. So it's literally
That's
16
not how
mil.
transfers
Doesn't
work.
work like that.
It doesn't work like that, but we got him for 16 mil basically.
No.
If you guys want to do
No,
math.
that's
Account man over there, do
please.
the maths for me,
Please
MJ.
don't.
That's
Please, bud,
ridiculous.
Please don't.
Anyway,
But yeah, Cole
Alright,
Palmer, great
fair.
signing,
Tom,
great
you got a
impact.
different one?
I got Vicario.
Yeah, see, I back that.
I think he's been absolutely outstanding. He's taken over from probably the biggest fraud in Premier League
Facts,
history. in
facts,
Lloris.
facts.
Say it louder again, Tom.
Biggest fraud in Premier League history, Lloris. And also I think with the injuries that were in front of him, to still perform at the level he is with the rotating back line, I think that this guy's been solid, man.
Facts.
He has saved them so many points. And their first year in the Prem, I think he's done well.
I reckon without him, they would have lost.
Yeah.
probably
If
most
they had
games.
Lloris still,
Yeah, they would have lost most.
A lot
games.
of games.
finished. Yeah, for
Yeah.
sure.
Especially
agree.
because their whole system goes out the drain if he's not there.
Yeah. Let's go. Best bargain, like MJ said, best bargain of the season.
I
I
fucked
did
up.
one, but I think I spent.
Oh, was Cole Palmer your best bargain?
Yeah, that was my bargain.
Oh, that's even worse. It's good you did it for that one because
'cause it
worst
wasn't
bargain
a
wouldn't have worked
bargain.
at all.
Who can I
It
put?
can't be a bargain, but if he doesn't play at all, if he's never played and you sign him for 40 something mil,
It's a bargain in
Has played, though,
hindsight.
That-
because you've
yeah,
seen him in
look,
Champions League. You've seen him
hindsight.
play.
Yeah.
all these are going to be hindsight. Like if we'd done predictions, I guarantee half of them will be
Opposite.
Wrong.
Yeah,
Yeah.
wrong.
Just you guys go. I'll just if I find one, I'll know.
Okay.
Say
Okay.
Do
Do you want me to go?
yeah, MJ go. Best bargain.
For me, Ross Barkley.
Nice.
I feel like this is also dependent on if they stay up. But aside from that, he's free. They got him on a free. He looks incredible. In most games that I've watched him play, he's been one of the best players on the pitch against anybody.
Let alone their best player.
He brings you so much experience as well, which a side like that needs, especially coming up for the first time. And I feel like if you look at a free transfer in the midfield, that's probably the perfect kind of position you want for a team coming up and trying to understand how the game flows, how things work. So, yeah, for me, Ross Barkley has to be. He's free. He's been excellent. And hopefully they stay up because then that'll be perfect.
I think that's how Forrest thought that Lingard signing would
Literally.
go.
Yeah,
That's,
I think so.
that's what they thought that would
He's
be
their talisman
and
now.
what that would offer. But realistically, yikes, that's
Sucks.
yeah.
I went Pau Torres to Villa. I think it was 27 mil pounds. So
Yeah, it was like
around
35 euros.
yeah. 32 or 33 euros. I just think they signed a top level centre back who's Champions League experience, Europa League experience. Emery's worked with him before, and we've often seen that go wrong when players link up with their manager. But I feel like he's fitted into the role perfectly. He's made Villa part of the reason why they're where they are. His partnership with Diego Carlos, very good.
Yeah.
And
They can play a back three now as well.
exactly,
Conte's
especially
been playing right
it gives
back.
them options. Yeah, exactly. And I just think the level of ability he has on the ball is similar to that of Laporte. So it just gives them a lot playing out.
They also said that a lot of people criticized the signing, said he wouldn't be able to adjust to the Prem, he's too slow. He'd cough up the ball, he'd lose the ball, but
He'd really
he's,
show.
he's actually been phenomenal, I reckon, as a signing.
Yeah, I don't have one yet.
Don't really need to say too much.
Yeah.
Bargain of the season, 17 mil,
Yeah, unbelievable.
and for now he's arguably
He's
performing
probably
as
been keeper,
the best keeper of the
in league.
season,
Probably. Yeah.
other than maybe Allison,
yeah,
and that's it.
Based on form.
Yeah, and that's it. So 17 mil, you signed a keeper who's completely transformed your system, and he's
And
there
he's a
for
good keeper
how many
as well,
years to
yeah.
come now. So
Yeah.
yeah, bargain.
Tom.
Made in with hindsight, Palmer. I think for a 21-year-old, could potentially have him for the next 10 years.
Yeah.
I probably wouldn't have said this at the start of the year, but with hindsight, I think that if you give this kid the keys to the city, which they have,
Oh,
they've
so
made
you
him
can
mayor.
add hindsight. Yeah,
They've made him mayor to the
that's
city.
crazy.
Huh?
He can add hindsight
Yeah,
to that.
because logic.
So all I had to say was hindsight.
Yeah.
and it would have made sense.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
He looks
That's
now
crazy.
to be like a
He's
70
saying
mil
hindsight now
player.
because of that argument
Absolutely.
before.
No.
That's the only.
No.
Yes, it is.
It's because you try to justify it with what he had done before Chelsea.
No,
Yeah,
I didn't.
yes,
You should
you
not.
did.
Justify. No, I didn't.
You said they were signing a player with
Oh
same
my
experience.
God.
One or 50 games
Oh my
doesn't matter.
God.
That's
Yeah.
not what that was. That was
That's
because
what he
you guys
said.
said something about his money. Well, my whole statement was
No way.
his price was cheap for someone who's English and has English
You
tax.
said someone
With
who's
hindsight.
proven. You said for someone who's proven.
Proven Prem experience, which
Do
is
you
what,
think
8
didn't-
games.
I
for you.
didn't say Prem proven.
Yes, you
yes,
literally
I
did.
did. I said experience.
Sorry.
I said experience in the Prem. I never said Prem proven. Who the
said-
hell said Prem proven?
You said one of
We'll
50
watch it
games.
back. We'll watch it
He
back.
said it doesn't
Prem
matter if they're
proven.
1 or 50, he's got Prem experience.
But I didn't exactly. That's not Prem
What
proven.
the hell is that?
What the fuck is
That's experience. Just because he's played games, he's been around in the environment of a team that's as good as City.
Nah, this guy's a sicko, man.
You
Why would
guys
you be
are
using
you guys are saying
experience
some
as
At all.
positive?
Huh?
Yeah.
Why would you say experience and use it as a positive if you weren't going to say Prem proven?
What do you mean?
Yeah, what's his experience gain? What's that showing you?
Why does that agree?
Why is that
already
good
he knows the speed of the game. He knows what he has to get to. That's what it has to show.
But he
You've got
hasn't-
so many
he hasn't
players
played.
that are bought
He hasn't
50 mil
played.
like Haller that go to the Prem, can't adapt to the speed of the game, can't adapt to how the game is played, and they get sold for way less
But
the
he
next
doesn't
season.
have Prem experience.
That's what I meant by Prem.
He doesn't have Prem experience, though. He doesn't have the
He
experience.
does.
Do you think you
So
He
get?
had
so every
11
youth-
games. He's still Prem
every
games.
youth
That doesn't
player,
make sense.
every
and
doesn't
still
make sense.
playing in
You're,
the.
you're comparing a striker who performed to a youth player who no one knows
Yeah,
what their
you-
performance
no,
level
it's-
is like in the
You
Prem.
think Ben
I'm
Doak at
saying
Liverpool's got
that
That's what I'm
Prem
because
saying.
he's
experience?
played. he had 11 or whatever games in the Prem.
Off the bench.
Off the bench.
Exactly.
Mostly.
But I'm saying he's now known just from those 11 games, but he's still training with the team. He now knows what he has to get to, the speed, the level of the game, and everything else compared to someone that's been bought for 50
It's
million.
like saying every
And then
youth
he's
player
not
that's at a
adapted
good club
in that
has Prem
season.
experience.
Next season is
Because they're
gone,
training
and now
with
we don't
him.
even know
But
what he's doing.
I rated this guy before he went to Chelsea, and I thought it was
That's-
a terrible
Deal.
deal for what they were paying for. Because what are you paying for? It's mad now. I agree, but at the time I was like, you're paying that much for a guy who
you can't
hasn't
use
played.
what you shouldn't use.
What did Sancho get bought for?
What?
What did Sancho get bought for?
To where?
Where was he proven in what? In the Bundesliga.
In Champions
Yes.
League. Yes.
He had
He's proven in the Bundesliga, and that's like, okay, he's ready for
he
the
had
Prem.
probably the best GA from
Yes.
like one of the
Yeah.
best
So,
GAs
'cause
from
he's
a
ready
long
in-
time.
2020 season.
Well, now look at him. Clearly he can't adapt to the game.
yeah,
Would
but
you take
there's-
that over
okay,
someone
what about Haaland?
who's played in
What
the
about
Prem?
Haaland?
Yeah, you're
What
using
about
a
Haaland?
bad.
in the
You're
Prem.
using
What
a
about
bad
Haaland?
example.
I'm using an English
No,
winger
you picked a
that's
bad
under the
example
age
on
of
purpose.
22.
Though. You picked a bad example.
How is that a bad
though.
example? They play in the same position.
Okay,
We're in
Bellingham,
the same.
Bellingham,
They're in the
Bellingham,
same.
Bellingham.
They're in the same academy.
Bellingham.
You picked
They're in
a
the
bad
same-
example.
It wasn't a bad
Foden.
example.
You picked a bad example.
They were Foden, exactly.
You picked an example of a player
Foden
that
came
ended
from the
badly.
academy. And
Pick an
and
example
played.
of someone
He
who
didn't
played
get-
good.
He didn't get sold and then come
Pick an
back.
example of somebody
I picked
that played
someone
good.
that was in the Prem.
Also, the difference
Was
between
in the
Sancho
academy
and
and played.
Cole Palmer is Sancho played games.
Look at Isak.
And was
Look at Isak. Why don't you look at Isak?
No, what do you
He's
mean?
bad.
He wasn't
Sancho
bad when he
is
played.
bad.
Look at
When
Isak.
they
Yes,
Dortmund
look at
got him.
Isak.
No, I'm saying he's bad when he came to the Prem.
There's plenty of players that are bad in general.
No, I'm saying Sancho because he's a winger.
Okay, look at Isak.
Was
You
that
brought up
City
Halle
Academy?
before. You brought up
Was
Halle.
that the City Academy?
Yeah,
Did you not bring up Halle?
Got sold, came back to the Prem still with no experience.
What do you mean with no experience?
And then played in the Prem.
What does no experience have to do with anything?
Wait, who's
Because I'm
You say
saying
Sancho has no
Sancho has no
experience.
mate, he's played men's football.
He's played Champions League.
I said Prem experience.
He's played men's
That's
football.
still different.
Is
to men's
Enzo good
football.
or bad?
You can clearly
Is
see
Enzo
it.
good or bad?
What do you mean?
Is Enzo
I'm
good or bad?
I'm not asking about Enzo. I'm talking
Is he
about
good or
Isak,
bad?
about
Good or
Sancho.
bad?
I'm talking about Sancho and Cole Palmer.
Is Isak good or bad?
I'm talking about two players that came out of the same academy, both wingers, both.
What's that got to
Okay,
do
but
with
you,
it?
English
your first example was Halle. Is Isak a good?
Because
is
it
Isak
was
good?
someone
Okay,
that
is
you
Isak
guys
good?
said with adult experience.
Okay, so is
came
Isak
to
good?
the Prem.
Is Isak good?
And then didn't score.
You brought up Haaland.
We didn't bring him
Exactly.
up.
Bring
He
him up.
asked, and I said that's why.
Yeah,
I brought him
okay.
up because he was someone with adult experience, like you guys
Yeah,
said.
but it's fair enough.
Played, scored goals elsewhere, came into the Prem,
Okay, so
did
what about?
nothing.
Yeah,
but
but
you
you're
brought up a
signing
bad
somebody with a
example.
reputation who
Anyone
didn't
can bring up a
perform. That's
bad
different.
example, and
Okay,
anyone
it's
can bring up a
no
good
But it's an
example.
example. It's an example
Anyone
that I just
can-
thought of at the time.
Anyone can
I'm
bring
not
up a
saying
bad example.
That's
though.
what I had down.
Why didn't you bring up Isak?
Yeah.
What do you mean?
Why didn't you bring up Isak?
There's more
because it
bad
went well.
examples of
Because it
players
went
that
well.
come from out into the
What
Prem that
does
cost
that
a
have
lot.
to do with anything, though?
Yeah, it doesn't really
Because I'm saying this guy had Prem experience, whether it was 11 games off the
He
bench.
didn't have Premier. You're counting that as experience. It's not
experience,
experience.
man.
It is
If you go work
experience.
3 days at a job
Prem
in
experience is like
construction,
you
yeah,
played
not
a
3
solid
days.
season.
It's not 3 days because it was years of training with these
So
same
every
guys.
every youth player that's
It's not-
around first
you-
team
you're at
has
work.
experience.
You're saying work is you've just got to that environment. He was there for a while. He was at City for a while. He was training with these players for a while. He's training with the best of the best.
Okay.
For I don't know,
Those-
3 years.
When there's a teacher and they've never taught in a school.
You just gave me a work one
Yeah.
and it didn't work,
Okay.
and now you're trying to
I'll
give me
give you
another
another
one.
one.
Nah, that,
Why?
what for?
I'll give you
If
another one.
I
Arsenal
just
signed
told you
Oscar
that
Bob
this
for
works.
40 mil tomorrow, you'd be like, why the fuck are they spending 40 mil on him?
On a
It's
guy who's
different.
done nothing.
It's not
Why is
different.
it
It's
different?
different.
Why?
It's different.
Why?
Because
Exactly.
Cole
It's exactly
Palmer
the
has
same.
played and
Oscar
been
Bob
around.
has played.
He's played in
They
the
probably
Champions
played the
League.
same amount.
He's played in the he's played numerous finals for City.
No, he has
No,
not.
he
Yes,
hasn't.
he has.
What are
In
you
the
talking
Super
about?
Cup
Numerous.
finals, he did play.
That's not a final. Super Cup. It's just a Super Cup, a one-off friendly.
Oh well, but he's still getting played in these shit, and he's still played in the Premier League.
Oscar Bob played in Champions League.
It's not even 11. I'm pretty sure it's more than 11 games.
Yeah, but
we're
Oscar's
saying
probably
he's
started
played.
more games, and I still wouldn't
Nah.
pay that kind of money.
Oscar
for him.
Bob
No way.
played Champions League.
We can literally fact check this.
Oscar Bob started more games.
Than Palmer.
I'm
We
pretty
can
sure.
literally. We
Palmer
can literally.
started a game last year.
He might have
Bro,
started.
we can
maybe
not
check
in the
this
league.
after. We can
Not
move
in the
on, but we
league.
can check this shit after.
Let's go. Next one was biggest bargain, wasn't it?
We
No,
just
that
we just
was
did that.
biggest bargain.
Oh yeah. Sorry.
Most improved.
We did that. Biggest bargain. Most improved. Sorry, yeah. Most improved.
Good for you, Samuel.
Good answer.
Yeah.
Thanks.
I think I'm gonna have to concede with this one as well. To be fair, yeah. Pause. There's actually quite a few players I reckon that have
There's a lot,
a
yeah.
lot better than they were last season.
Let me go first because
Okay.
mine's already been said. Ross
Okay.
Barkley.
Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't want to say him for that reason.
He basically came from nothing to this year being incredible. Basically everything that MJ said, but I don't think you could tell me his career path for the last 2 or 3 years. So for him to come back from the depths of hell and do what he's doing for Luton.
Yeah.
Yeah, Nice as well.
Nice. That's
Yeah.
what I was thinking of, yeah.
Yeah, phenomenal.
Samuel.
Joe Gomez. I feel as though this guy was a season away from being out of the Liverpool side, being out of the squad, and yet now he's come in since Robbo's got injured, and he's been one of our most important players and been phenomenal at left back. He's been so good. Not even just like good for filling in.
Yeah.
He's been so good defensively, and every matchup that he's had, whether it was in the Arsenal games or in the other games, he's been phenomenal. So for me, he's really got back to a level that everyone thought he could get at.
Is
And-
the
Well, last year he was a meme.
data amount enough to say that he's the most improved? Is the amount he's played enough to say that he is the most
Yeah,
improved
it's an
player?
argument against him for sure.
I feel like
Considering he only came into the squad really after Tsimikas got injured, who was filling in for...
And I got another question. Say if someone was...
He has been good when playing.
I think he's been very good.
But I feel like that's a month of the
But
season.
it's been, I reckon it's been the most important period of the season when we've been the best. We've got most of our results. We've been really, really good, and I feel like he's been very needed, and he's performed extremely well.
Yeah.
Say if someone was meant to be good, right? Then they have a couple of like all right seasons, one that was like bad, and then the next season in this short period he's gotten better. Does that mean he's improved?
I think
because he was meant to be good at this stage.
I think
He
if
was
you're,
there. He
I
was
think
there
if you're one season away from being out of the club, and then you perform the way that you do,
But I
like
think
this.
that what I'm trying to say is, does that get him anything? Like his performance levels right now, when Robbo
course.
comes back,
No, he's out again.
I think he goes
he'll be out once again in time.
So I can't be.
But
I don't think that can be most. Like for me, it can't be most improved.
Well, I think from what his level was last year to what his level is right now, I think it's most improved.
Anyway, yeah, bud.
I went with Huang Hee-Chen for Wolves.
Fair enough.
Not just numbers, even though the last 2 seasons he's been at Wolves, he had 4 goals, 5. 4 goals in 1 year and then 5 in the next. But his just overall game, someone that has improved drastically for that team, can play, he's versatile now, can play on the wing,
Yeah.
through the
Across
middle.
the whole front three.
Yeah, and right wing. He has 11 goals this season already in the Prem. So he's doubled the last 2 years already. He's
Yeah.
only halfway through the year.
And I feel like before he used to just be like a moments player.
Yeah.
Like he would show like a glimpse every couple, maybe
They'd bring him on
5,
for
6
those
games.
moments.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But now consistently he's their biggest threat,
He's got
along
the-
with
Cunha.
And
And he was
Neto.
falling into the trap of
Pedro
being one of those
Cunha.
players where it's like, oh, what do you think of Hee-Chan? It's like, he's
yeah,
useful.
useful. Yeah,
Exactly.
Yeah, he's useful.
yeah. I agree.
I feel like he's converting now. So he's gone from being like a problem that doesn't do much to now he's scoring.
Yeah,
Yeah,
and I feel like the coaching change has helped a lot.
100%.
Yeah, definitely.
For me, I've gone Sarr from Spurs.
Yeah.
From nothing, huh?
They got a few guys as well.
Yeah,
He's
I was
great.
I was gonna do Basuma, but because of what you said about Gomez, that's kind of why I didn't pick Basuma, because he was good
Yeah.
and he dropped off.
And it's not been that long since he was.
Exactly, and
Basuma-
I didn't
yeah.
think that if I put him as most improved, it's like he just had a drop off period, but he was actually that good.
Yeah.
But
I
Sarr,
don't think
I
Gomez
never
is the
thought was
same,
good.
though.
But Gomez used to be.
That's what I meant.
Like 2019 was the last time Gomez was good.
Yeah.
Yeah, but that was his level. He was good.
was
I've never
good.
seen
but
Sarr
it's
be
been
good.
years.
But it's so long. That's 5 years ago. Four,
No, I know.
four-
I know.
4 or
I'm
5
just-
years ago.
I'm just saying.
No, but the years after that, he wasn't bad though.
He wasn't good.
He wasn't
right?
always
He wasn't
bad.
really playing
I think
it.
last
Yeah.
year was probably one of the
He had a
worst.
lot of
He's
seasons.
had a lot of injuries. Last season, that's what I mean. He was dead and buried. That's anyway.
But
go
yeah,
back to
anyway, Sarr, I think he's become one of the most important midfielders, box to box. I know. Also, I don't know if he stays in the team, but I think he's making a case for staying in the team.
I think he starts.
He definitely starts right now, but
Yeah.
that's with
Bentancur-
inconsistent
when
injuries
Bentancur
to
is-
Bentancur. Basuma obviously is their 6, but he has been pivotal to what Spurs are doing.
Yeah.
Gets around the pitch, added goals, not too many,
Yeah.
I think like 3.
Yeah.
But yeah, I just think he's been very good this season.
I was actually close to picking Pedro Porro as well.
yeah.
Yeah.
But for me, I'm going to go somebody very controversial. But I think I've realized that he's actually done a lot for the side, and you could argue a lot of Salah's goals are because of this guy. And I'm gonna go Darwin Núñez. I feel like he's one of them players that I just thought this guy is extremely awful. Like he might score because the ball is 1 centimeter from the goal line, whereas now it's like he has his moments where he's really bad, but he's got his moments where he's clutching up, he's scoring 2 goals, he's providing assists, he's a problem, he's becoming probably their hardest player to play against consistently. And I feel like he's got to get some love. And even if you look at the Bournemouth game, I thought, all right, this is a chance for us to see who the real Liverpool is. I reckon he was probably one of the man of the matches. Like, he was unbelievable. And that's a Bournemouth side that's quality. So I think Darwin Núñez for me is really improved. If he adds composure, he can score like 30 goals, I reckon, and 15 plus assists.
Took his goal well today.
Yeah. So he has everything to be very good, but it's just whether everything clicks or whether he has his moments and he's up and down. But for what I'm seeing so far, it's actually quite
He was also
impressive.
the first player in Europe to 10 goals, 10 assists. Stat guys,
Yeah.
huh?
Let's go flop of the season. Can be transfer, can be a club, can be a player, can be anything.
There's a few transfers that are bad. Same time?
Yeah, let's do it at the same time. 3, 2, 1. Tonali. MJ's gone Tonali. I've gone Newcastle United.
It kind of is.
as a
Yeah,
whole.
my answer is like with Newcastle as well.
Bud, Anthony, Samuel Odegaard, and Tom Rashford. Let's start with Tom.
I think for a player who was their golden boy, we're seeing the fans turn against him right now. They're clipping up him walking around the pitch. They're not happy with him. And it's all culminated with this week, him being dropped from the team and Ten Hag saying there's an internal issue with Rashford. So
Nurtured.
I just think that, you know, you had such a good season previously and now you've got 2 goals, I think, in the Prem.
3,
2 or 3.
But yes.
And, you know, your own fan base is calling for you to be dropped. So I just think that that can't happen in this day and age, unfortunately, for someone who has been, you know, the golden boy for this club.
Last year they said best player in the world at times.
Yeah.
So to go to what he's at now,
Mm-hmm.
can't believe it.
Okay, let's hear it.
Me, I've gone with Odegaard. I think...
That's why I come to this show.
Do I think Odegaard is bad? No. No way. Do I think his performances have been the worst player in the Premier League? No way. But from where everyone thought Odegaard would be this season, I felt as though this was a season to cement himself as the best or one of the best number 10s in the Premier League. Is he not one of them? Not sure yet. I don't know yet. But
He's not one of the best number 10s in the
saying,
Premier League.
I'm saying, is he not?
It's one of the
I don't know
harshest,
yet.
harshest ratings I've ever seen. in my
I'm
life.
saying, I don't know yet. I don't know. He
Okay.
could still easily be. But
So you don't know.
the way that he's performed this season, not good.
Yeah.
Not good. I feel like there's been too many times where he himself has been very, very average, even bad.
How many games would you say?
Maybe 5 or 6.
Okay.
I'd
Out
say
of 20?
5 or 6 he hasn't been good. And then the rest, I'd say maybe he's had less good games than he's had bad games, I'd say, this season. And
That's not
for
true.
someone who you think would be player of the season, as some people said in this year that they thought he would be, and you to think that he would have 20 assists at the end of this season.
Would you say he would be in the top 3 midfielders at the end of the year?
No way.
Okay.
I do not think so. At all.
Perfect. So Bosley had a good season though?
Has he had a good season?
Yeah.
No.
Has he had as many bad games as Odegaard? Probably.
I'd say so.
Probably worse.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'd say so.
Okay,
But
good.
the expectation's not there.
Oh, the
This guy.
expectation was very high. Tom.
From
This
me,
guy.
obviously.
Yeah, very high. Okay.
But I'm talking about in general and what people thought Odegaard would be. This year, he has not been.
Yeah.
He's nowhere near what
Hungarian
level
Stevie G, yeah?
I don't know if he can be first.
Yeah.
he's at nowhere near at the level that he should be at.
Could change
and
it
for
to
me, he's
Martinelli.
Arsenal's most disappointing player this season.
Or Martinelli. Yeah.
I feel like Martinelli.
Terrible.
No, but
Martinelli's
I don't
been
think he's been.
Expectation
I think
high?
Martinelli's
Yeah, I don't know what-
expectation is
Yeah.
lower
So
than
it's-
Odegaard's
yeah.
expectation. I think Odegaard's expectation is much higher. He should be, if not,
To what? Score goals or?
just perform, be the guy, be the best player. And last season he went from being a
I mean,
contender
that's
for
fair.
player of the season to now he wouldn't even like get close to those shouts.
Yeah.
He wouldn't even be close to Arsenal's player of the season shouts.
Maybe he's missing Lacazette a bit or something.
Very harsh, but
Yeah.
Now there's a lot of Anthony's, but at the same club as well, but I'm going with the Brazilian right winger Anthony for flop. Biggest flop of the season. A player that was bought for 95 million last season.
You're picking him over Sancho.
As biggest flop.
I think it's.
And I'll tell you why.
Sancho's a good one.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's all right though.
A guy that's second most expensive United transfer in history. He's in the league's top 10 most expensive transfers in Prem history. A guy that went,
You've done research.
last year he had a bad season, but everyone was saying, okay, first year, no high expectations for him. To this year, 0 goal contributions throughout the whole league.
Yeah, that's so bad.
His first goal and assist came today, this morning.
Against
Against Newport,
No, yeah, Newport, sorry.
League 2 team.
League 2 team, and he's celebrating like that. It tells you a lot about this guy's right now, how he's going, what he's going through or whatever. You can say, he was injured, but he's also played more than 17 games this year. 0 goals, 0 assists, nothing.
Notes.
How can you be worse than your first season, which was already bad?
You know what I think? There was not one point, maybe after the first month of him playing for United, where I thought, this guy's going to kick on and.
That's what I'm saying.
No.
Now,
But then, was the expectation there for him to be
Yes.
good? That
No.
he flopped?
not this season. I don't think it was there this
Last
season.
No, I'm
was,
saying
for sure.
this year.
But
I
there's
didn't
no
have it this year.
expectations, right? But to perform worse than the season you've already were bad at,
Yeah, it's really bad.
He's so hard to do, and he's doing it perfectly.
He's absolutely flopped.
I agree.
Yeah, I think
But
he's
has he flopped more?
I think he's
than
the biggest
people-
flop signing of
No.
all time.
because,
to be honest,
because you're seeing the other guy you're talking about. He's now playing somewhere else, and he's doing
No, I wasn't talking
still
about
better.
Sancho. No,
okay,
I'm not.
but I'm just saying, if you were to say Sancho for United,
No, I wouldn't say.
it's
I
still
think
this
Sancho's
guy
a flop, but I think there's way bigger flops than.
I'd personally pick Sancho over him.
as for biggest flop.
Yeah, at United.
Yeah, but
maybe it's
why
because
though?
you expected more of Sancho. That's
Or
why.
Mason
Yeah.
Mount.
Is it
Yeah,
because
Mason
Mason
Mount.
Mount?
Is it 'cause of that? But
You got a
these
lot of
guys are
flops.
Mason Mount's injured for pretty much the whole
When
season.
he's played though, he hasn't been good.
Sancho hasn't played. Like he's not being played.
Casemiro could be the one.
It's
Oh, no,
you
no.
you know Sancho's one's like something to do with his attitude.
Great one.
Yeah.
But this
It's
guy's
still a flop,
actual
though.
performance though. This is
Yeah,
performance
true.
and it's still bad. At
Yeah.
least like with Sancho, you never know if he played, he could have been performing.
I don't think so,
And it's not
'cause
hard to get more than one
I think
0
Sancho
goals and
played and he
assists.
I thought
perform.
Sancho had a good attitude.
You think it's harder for Sancho to get 1 goal or assist or even play better than Anthony who has 0 of those?
I mean, probably not. But at the
Exactly.
same time,
95 mil, United's second
Sancho's been
highest.
worse.
You don't buy someone for 95 mil if you don't think he's going to be great.
Yeah,
And 2
absolutely.
seasons in, he's still shit.
But I agree with you, mate.
Absolutely, he's a flop.
I
There's
just didn't expect
There's no
anything from
debating
him
that,
this
but
year.
yeah, I don't think.
But-
Maybe it's just me personally. Maybe
Yeah.
United fans had
Fair
high
call.
expectations. I've done Newcastle because a couple of reasons. The Tonali thing was one of the reasons.
Yeah, I had to know.
You got to do your fucking due diligence
They
because
got extorted.
Fleeced.
there's no way AC can just. I mean, Milan can just be like, "We're selling you Tonali." Cool.
Yeah, they knew.
They had to
knew.
know.
Yeah.
So I feel like it's on you.
That's why you need to pay like a physio or something in there.
Exactly.
Get the
I want a
inside scoop.
psychologist. I want a PI investigating the guy. You know.
100%. You're gonna.
Anyway, the second thing was at the start of the year, I actually said Newcastle were going to flop in the league.
You did.
So my personal expectations were not for them to do well, but I think everyone still thought they're going to be decent. They're going to only improve on where they were last year. Awful. They're 10th right now.
They're terrible.
They got knocked out of Champions League, which I thought they were going to do well.
Bottom
I thought
of
they
the
were going to
group.
put off the league
So
and
did
just
I.
do well in Champions League, and they started off well, flopped. Eddie Howe now, I don't know how he regains the players' respect, one, and two, how he tries to improve the squad with players that are going to be better, that still believe he's the manager for the job.
Yeah.
Like, I think he's gotten to a part where the players he can bring in now have to be of similar level to the players that are currently in the squad. Otherwise, they don't have faith in the manager. And for me, I think Newcastle will get rid of Eddie Howe.
So do I.
But
They have
Newcastle
to.
as a whole entity have flopped this season
Yeah.
after what they did last year.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, I'd agree. For me, it's Tonali. This guy, we spoke about Newcastle at the start of the year and how they need players, how going to all these leagues and competitions are going to impact them, and it did. You sign a guy you put a lot of faith in who is not going to play till when?
Next season.
Next season.
Yeah.
Early next season.
For me, if you're investing this kind of money in this kind of player and you haven't done your work, you haven't try to investigate what's going on and he doesn't play, it has to be a terrible signing. And I feel like with the expectation we thought we were going to get in terms of Newcastle trying to push for more, this just send them backwards. And we can see, I think even in the midfield, they've been struggling. They've been struggling a lot. So for me, Tonali was just probably one of the worst signings I've seen, purely from just you're not going to get anything for a season plus from this guy.
Perfect. Let's go. Biggest overachiever.
So you can do that.
Everyone at the same time. Biggest overachiever this year.
I was going to say that.
Mike,
or
who
that.
did you do? Brighton. I've done West Ham. Samuel's
Captain
done
Alia.
Spurs. And Samuel Solanke, Tom Bournemouth. All right, you two can double up together.
I'll start with Bournemouth. I just think that for a team that was hotly tipped to go down by most people at the start of the year, what are they now, 10th or 11th?
I think
12th or something like that. 11th,
11th.
yeah.
But they're like,
They're
they're
doing
in
very
and
well.
around mid-table. I
Clean
think they're
sheets.
well overperforming their ability, led by Samuel's guy. I think that their squad is very thin. I think it's very average.
12th, yeah.
But to be where they are at the moment and to be one of the most informed teams before they played Liverpool, and I think for a team that had a lot of people saying this will be a difficult game for Liverpool, who were first in the league, to go to before the game started, shows just what you need to see about this
A
Bournemouth
lot
team.
of credit to Iraola.
Yeah. Solanke, we've seen who Solanke is as a player and we've seen what he can do. And this season he is showing everything we could never even imagine from Solanke at this point. So for me, he's overachieved heavily. I think he's been great, but do I think he'll do this again next season? No, I don't.
Tottenham, at the start of the year, they lost their biggest player.
Yeah.
Then brought in a player who's proven, very good player, but was just had an injury-prone season before, so no one was really sure what he was going to do. Turned out to be by the season when he was playing. They brought in a coach who wasn't really proven, and they took a big risk on that, and look what it's done. He's changed the whole system, how they play. They play exciting football now. We've known Tottenham for ages, so to do all that, and plus they didn't really have any ins besides the Madison. So for him to change
Vicario.
Vicario, to change
Pedro Porro signed.
Yeah, but he was on loan.
And then he signed. Yeah.
But what I'm trying to say is to change a lot of the players that were there already into players that are just now even like much better.
He's improved what they had.
He's improved every single player.
Every single player
Even
they had.
Son improved.
Charlison, who was worth
Romero
last season.
Remember, we were gonna say is a player that's just gonna just batter people, and now he's a ball playing centre back.
Shout. I like
Basuma, Sarr.
Basuma, Sarr.
Even Son, back to
Kulusevs.
his best.
Yep.
He's improved every
Charlison
player.
even got better.
Okay, by overachieving, do you think Spurs are going to drop off, or do you think they've overachieved to where they are now and they won't sustain it, or do you think they're going to stay?
No, by overachieving, I meant that this was probably by like year 3 or 4 on their plan, and they're already doing that now.
Okay,
as my overachieving.
And you think they're going to stay where they are?
Yeah.
Okay.
I think now it's gonna get even better because I think they might attract even bigger players now the way they're playing. Like probably for a couple of years they're wondering why they couldn't get players because they play ship or not ship, but they weren't playing the football that would attract players. But now that they're doing it, who knows?
You two think that your two answers are going to stay where they are or drop off?
They're going to drop off
big
next
time.
year. I think they're way overperforming
for the rest of this year.
I think for me,
Continuous.
I think
they'll be
drop
alright
off?
this
I think they might continue this year. I think there'll be a little lull. But I think Solanke, if he doesn't get a move to somewhere else, he's just got to hope that this gets him a move to somewhere bigger.
Get them money.
I done West Ham because they're coming 6th after selling their best player. Similar to what Bud said about Tottenham getting rid of Kane. They sold Declan Rice for 100 mil. Reinvested the money pretty well.
Very, very well.
They signed Alvarez. They signed Kudus.
Ward-Prowse.
They signed Ward-Prowse. They kept hold of Paqueta, who looked like he was going
to City.
And now they sit 6th.
And got Calvin Phillips on loan.
Very smart signing, Calvin Phillips on loan.
Yeah.
Just adds more depth, means they don't have to play Souček, which is a big plus for any team. And I think they do end up dropping off. I think they probably finish closer to 9-10. But for right now, they're 6th going into February. I don't think anyone would have said that.
Especially with
would have even kept his job, let alone be where they are. So.
Yeah, no, I like that. For me, I've gone Brighton. I feel like considering the amount of injuries they've had to very key personnel, players that they've lost through transfers.
Yeah.
I'm actually very impressed with where they are in the table and some of the points they've been able to pick up, like despite all the injury concerns, injury problems they've had. And I feel like that shows how good of a side they are, because I really expected after those injuries, after selling their players, that they'd drop to bottom half, definitely.
Yeah.
But the fact that they've stayed in the top 7, I'm pretty sure they're 7th.
Yeah.
For me, that's very impressive. Outside of the fact that we've got, Villa, West Ham, Tottenham, Bournemouth doing well as well. But I think I'm more impressed by how they've managed a lot of devastation.
They
and
also
still
lose their best players every
Yeah,
year. They
every
literally
single
lost
year.
Caicedo and McAllister this year.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was this season.
Estepinian's been injured and Cisco's out for
And
the
Cisco's
season.
out for the season.
So, yeah.
Ferguson's
it's
doing
just-
whoop-de-whoop.
Yeah.
It's actually, yeah.
Probably worth mentioning Villa as well.
Yeah.
Villa for sure.
That was my
you know the
second-
only reason
Yeah.
I
for
thought
me,
they were going to be
Villa.
good, to be fair.
I thought they were going to be good.
Not this
but
good.
As of right now, it just feels
They're
like
absolutely
Yeah.
overachieving, but I don't think they drop off too
ever.
much.
I don't
Not
even,
for the rest of the season.
I don't even
no.
think they drop off in general. Like I just feel as though they're going to be good
And they got
for
pull
like
power now.
3 years.
Yeah, they
I
really
reckon.
do. Let's go quickly. Biggest underachiever.
Doing boring answers today.
Let's
I'm trying
go
to think of
same
something
time.
good.
Let's go quickly. Everyone got one?
I might change mine, actually.
All right, well, I'll just go Newcastle.
Oh,
It's
yeah.
the same answer
The same.
as I said for why they
Yeah.
flopped. So
I've gone Burnley, not because of, or obviously what they're doing, but
yeah, they're
they had
fucking
high
shit.
expectations from coming from
That's
a
a big
league.
shout.
They won 100. They won 101 points.
Yeah, I don't know.
System, yeah. In the championship, looked like a somewhat nice system what they were playing, and I expected them to not be in the bottom 3 or not be this bad.
We
think
think we predicted them finishing quite
Yeah, I
high.
think they had
Yeah,
12
I did.
points.
Completely.
Right
They're
now
second
they have
last.
12 points.
Yep.
Me, I did Jack Grealish. I think if based on last season, he was one of the best wingers in world football, one of the best players in world football. The impact that he had on City last year, especially towards the end of the season, I thought this guy is assured in the team next year. He's first thing they do is sign Doku this year, and in his first week of being in Manchester, Guardiola doesn't even do this. In his first week of being in Manchester, he started the game. And then since then, until he got injured, was the mainstay in the side. Grealish, even now, when he's fully fit, doesn't even appear in games. There's games where he won't even come on. So for me, if you go from one of the most influential players in the team, probably top 5 last season, to now
Yeah, he
completely
was good
out of the
last year.
team, that's just
Should have
that's
done him for flop of the season.
that's underachieving.
For me, I'm going to go Chelsea. But I'm going to say that this is definitely changing in my mind. I feel like Chelsea's kind of on the path where you're like, I'm starting to see something. But in terms of the intent they had, the signings they made, they didn't make small signings with the plan of, all right, we're going to buy this guy for 30, 40 mil, develop him, and he's going to become good. I feel like they've put money into big players that they haven't seemed to get to perform
At all.
at the level they should. And I feel like if
Inflation,
you're
Mike.
sitting at,
Inflation.
where are you guys? 10, 9?
10.
10.
10.
Yeah,
Inflation,
I think
MJ,
I would
inflation.
expect at
Nine,
least
nine, nine. 9, sorry.
I would expect at least
1
Newcastle's
point behind
10th.
United.
a top
Yeah, they're
6,
horrible, though.
top 5.
We're climbing. That's all.
At
that
least.
matters.
That's what I would expect at least.
Inflation, Mike.
Their own fans expected more than top 6, correct?
Well, the one sitting
Yeah.
next to me
Correct?
expected 1.
Correct.
Expected
Correct.
first.
So you should be right in Chelsea, really. But
Yeah.
it's all good.
Nah,
I think he's rubbing it
away.
out putting Chelsea.
Correct.
I'm down with this club.
I think he's putting Caicedo.
All right, let's do unsung hero.
Oh, I've got 2 options.
If it's one of these, then you do the other one.
I thought of this guy just then.
I was going to do him. I'll do the other one.
Oh no! Hold up. I had one. I know, Jet Emery. I think we might have the same one.
Inshallah.
Nah.
One does.
Nah, he's been injured for too long.
Biggest unsung hero, Samuel done.
Yep.
3, 2, 1. Tom's gone Pascal Gross. Samuel's gone John McGinn. Oh, great.
Yeah,
Bud
this
Kamara.
This guy's the guy.
I've done Cunha and Mike's done Gross as well. All right,
Pascal.
go team up.
Pascal Gross, I think that he is consistently in the team no matter how many changes that go through their team, which is a lot every single year. This guy can play left back, centre mid, left wing, striker, keeper, left back, centre back.
Manager, gaffer, whatever you want to.
Not only is he playing all these new positions every week, he is. I have him in fantasy on my team. He's consistently getting assists. He chips in with a few goals. I think he's just one of those solid guys you can rely on every single week.
Every week, man.
That's
We're
what I
calling
would
the
say.
U.
Yeah.
Samuel.
This guy, if you would have think who would have came out of that Aston Villa lineup when Tielemans signed with Jacob Ramsey there, with Douglas Luiz there, I really thought it would be him.
Yeah.
And for him to be leading Aston Villa and being one of their most important, if not their most important player this season, it blows my mind. So yeah, he's my unsung hero. He's very good for no reason.
He knows how to use
Yeah.
his body very well.
He's good. Like, he's just good.
Yeah.
Remember when you said he was your most hated player in the Prem and everyone like abused
There's still people
you?
commenting on that video.
Yeah, they
Oh,
abused you.
Hated and not being good is different.
I think you said in the video he's shit.
Yeah, probably. He said he was rat dog as well. He is a rat dog.
He is a rat
Yeah, I
dog.
do like rat dogs though. Don't get it twisted. I like Michael Ennis. And he's not that good either.
Michael Ennis.
But yeah, I went with Kamara, play the
Great.
same team.
Yeah.
Someone who's just not mentioned in Aston Villa's names of players that are just performing well this year. Again, a guy that I would have thought would have come out of the lineup for Tielemans.
Yeah.
It's just proven his spot in the team. You see a big hole in the team when he's not playing, and a guy that just does all the defensive dirty work for the other midfielders to go high, play, express themselves higher in the pitch. Yeah.
You know what he reminds me
Abdullah?
of?
Bubakar.
He reminds me of when Coquelin was good for Arsenal.
Yeah, he actually
They
does.
kind of play similar.
Same energy as well.
I went
Yeah.
Very
Cunha.
young as well.
I think Cunha,
Nice.
Hwang right now is getting a lot of the plaudits,
Yeah, for
and
sure.
he should because of what he's done this season. But for me, Cunha's been great from the first game of the season against United to right now. I feel like he provides Wolves with so much.
great.
going
He can do
forward.
everything.
He's great.
Yeah, he can do everything. I think he's very similar to Jesus,
Yeah.
except maybe a bit more
Scores.
raw.
Yeah.
But I thought, when he
Scores
left
goals.
Atletico
Yeah,
to
Tom.
go to
Can score.
Wolves,
Yeah.
I thought
He's a
like,
good finisher.
this needs to work. Otherwise, his career is
Proper
going to
nine.
go
Yeah.
down.
2-9
But
Reliable.
these guys are
Yeah.
just talking shit about Jesus. But Cunha for me has been excellent this season. I
Knows
think
how to find
one of
the
the
back
best
of the net.
players.
Yeah, he's
Proper
for me.
nine.
He could be like top tier because he can do everything. He can dribble. He can assist. He's quite smart on the ball. He's
Yeah.
good at ball. He's good ball carries. He's got everything.
He's
And to be honest, it was Neto to start the season, and then it's Hwang now. So,
Yeah.
but this guy's been.
Question for you two: would you do a swap deal for
Nope.
Cunha, MJ,
Swap deal for.
Jesus Cunha right now?
No, I'd sign it Cunha though, definitely.
Nah, that's not the. That was.
I said no, but then I said I'd sign him.
That's it.
I
Now,
answered your
you can't
question.
have him. You can't have him if you're not wanting
Okay.
to trade.
Let's
You guys
go.
want best of both worlds.
We're
Can't
just
have
going to
it.
skip to huge prediction for the second half of the
Huge.
season.
Huge
Was
prediction.
there one more in there?
There was two, but
You don't want to do them?
It's similar to the other ones.
What were they?
Oh,
I had
when
different
you get
answers
him,
for all of mine.
so did I.
we'll discuss.
Yeah, my worst manager was Ten Ag.
yeah, same.
Mine was
And my-
Roy.
Is this
My biggest
Mine was
surprise-
Roy Tom.
Yeah.
My biggest
Yeah,
surprise
huge
was
prediction
how
for the rest of the
quickly
season.
and
Huge prediction.
how good Tottenham. are.
Huge.
Let's go one by one. Mike, let's go first.
This one, I don't think this one that is that huge now that I read it, but I'm gonna say Villa to fall out of the top four. There's nothing really to back this. I just have a feeling that it's going to come down to the wire, and I feel like there's teams that it's very tight this
They got
season.
these
And I feel
ones.
like there's teams that
Who knows?
just sneak in.
Tom.
We're on the
I think
same.
Tottenham's going to sneak into the top four.
I think so as well.
Fair enough. Mine is that City will not win a trophy in 2024.
Oh.
I don't know.
I like
I
that.
think they win the league, to be honest. But my huge prediction is they don't win the league.
Makes it look better.
Yeah, they don't win the league. I think Liverpool win the FA Cup and the Europa League.
Oh yeah.
And,
Who wins
and
Champions League?
Carabao.
Yeah.
Sorry?
Yeah, and I think Arsenal win the Champions League.
And who wins the league?
I don't know. Arsenal or Liverpool.
Can I do mine next then? Liverpool treble winners.
Don't say which.
That's not
Which-
treble.
Yeah, look.
That's not the treble.
Look. Europa tax. It's Europa tax, but it's still a treble. I think we can do all four, to be honest. But I'm going to say
It's also
Treble.
not treble if you win Carabao and not FA Cup.
Why?
I still think it counts as a treble.
No, it doesn't.
No, it's not the
FA
treble.
Cup is is part of the trouble.
It's the one.
You're going to take away Monero's
Absolutely, I am. Yeah.
for the
All right,
preseason.
whatever. We're gonna
You win
I
3.
think
Just change it to Liverpool 3 trophy winners.
Nah, I'm just gonna say treble. We're gonna win
sounds
FA
better.
Cup. We'll win FA
It
Cup.
sounds better.
And we're gonna win Carabao. So we're gonna. You know what?
Oh, quad. Into
Quad.
the quad.
Okay. I don't think so.
Liverpool quad winners
I hope,
this season.
I hope Bayer Leverkusen slap you up in Europa League.
That's our only tough
They're not
bet
making
in
They're in there, bro.
Well, when they find out that Xabi Alonso's coming to Liverpool in
this.
March,
Imagine Klopp leaves Liverpool with this.
Fake
With
quad.
this.
I
That is.
don't think I'll be able to survive after that.
That is. Yeah. You think I'll care who comes in next? No way. That quad will keep me going for 5 years until we're good again.
Yeah, fair.
Yeah.
you want to go, man?
Yeah,
Oh yeah. Sorry.
This is BDE. This is big dick energy right now.
Top 5.
It's not big. Big Dick Energy would be top 4.
It's not even in the
5.
shop.
Look, his is redundant,
sorry.
surely.
Yeah.
Is that a trophy?
Yeah, this is the trophy. This is
Okay.
The top 5 trophy.
Carabao.
Oh, okay.
We're winning
Oh.
Carabao
Surely
this week.
Buds is redundant now.
Yeah, facts.
It is because of what he said.
At the start.
Chelsea,
Can't be a big prediction.
we got new viewers. They don't know that shit. So this is for the new viewers.
Whatever.
Chelsea finished top 5 this year. And
It's a prediction. I don't know if it's
And-
a big prediction.
It's not a big one at all.
we beat 3 of the 5 teams in the top 5 right now.
I think you're like 8 points away from 5th, so it's not even that big of a thing.
Okay, then
So
Make
you
it
beat
4.
You beat
Yeah, make it a
Spurs
4.
or
Make it a
Arsenal or Liverpool or City or Villa.
Villa. We're
Make it a
beating
4.
3 of the 5.
Make it a 4 right
There's
now.
no
Like
way.
wins, not draws.
Turn that top.
That's a
in-
bigger prediction than you
yeah,
finishing top
make it a
5.
4. There we
that is.
go. That's
okay, yeah,
better.
I'll change it.
This
we
is
we
that's
beat
better.
3 of the top 5 teams plus this. Done.
That's better.
I mean, if you do that, you will
Only
get top
wins,
4.
like no draws. I'm not saying draws where it's away and we get a draw. I mean 3 wins, like 3 points.
Tom,
I'm just going to make mine a bit of an even bigger prediction.
this is funny.
And mine's a bit of a two-parter.
I love 2 parts.
Mine is United to finish in the bottom half and Bruno to hand in a transfer request
inshallah,
after.
I would love Bruno.
That would
Left
be
enemy.
I
sick.
think too much is going on behind the scenes at United. They're not happy with the coach. They're not happy with the owners. The players aren't happy with each other. The owners aren't happy with the players. The players aren't happy with everything.
The fans.
Nothing's going well. They're not liking the food in the canteen. And I
Rashford's
think
drinking.
Bruno is too good of a player
bad.
to be in that environment. I think he hands in a transfer request and goes to like, I don't know, PSG or something
Awesome.
like that. So yeah, that's my prediction. And hopefully it happens.
Inshallah.
They
I'm
did just
definitely-
get new owners though, and they took City's
Yeah.
football
I know.
director guy.
I don't think that fools him though. I feel like it's
Yeah.
just to keep him and he'll be like, fuck you.
He doesn't want to waste his prime years at that club.
Yeah,
I
exactly.
wouldn't.
Fair
No way.
enough. Fair enough, to be honest.
Just at the start.
Now we've got hot questions.
Yeah,
hot topic questions.
The hotter the better.
All right. Well, Samuel kind of answered the first one, but I'm going to ask Bud and MJ first. How does Jurgen Klopp end his Liverpool career?
I think he'll win 2 trophies, and that's it.
I think so as well.
I
Those
don't.
trophies are...
What are you in? Carabao.
They're in
We're
the
in
final of
everything.
Carabao.
Yeah, we're in everything.
They're in everything, but they're in the
Everything,
And
final.
Okay.
Europa's the last trophy he has to win at Liverpool.
I reckon he'll get Carabao and Europa.
Nice.
I think the same.
Something about FA Cup where I'm like, it's not that easy to win. It's like a weird, like you can just lose it.
City
Lose
is
an
still in the
FA
FA Cup as well.
Knock him out.
Bud?
I'm gonna say 1 max, but I don't know what it is.
It can't be Carabao, can it?
Definitely not Carabao. Potentially FA Cup or Europa, but I think him leaving is has gonna have a negative effect for the players more than
Oh, you
like
reckon?
motivation to keep going. I feel like this is gonna. A lot of players are gonna be like, okay, I know what I'm gonna do next year.
You reckon Trent goes to Madrid?
Well, I don't know, but I feel like sometimes when you know like your manager that you played with for a long time is going, you also feel relieved that you know your next move. And players who know their next move start, relaxing a little bit.
Salah,
You-
Van Dijk, Trent, all 18 months left on their contract.
18 months is a decent amount of time.
Yeah.
It's going to be a year at the end of the
Yeah,
season.
Van Dijk's going to sign a new 2-year.
No, we ain't.
Keep him on.
Yeah, you
reckon?
Salah, if we...
Salah will go.
Salah will
Salah's
go,
done.
but
Trent
we'll,
and
we'll
Van
get a
Dijk
lot
are
for
resigning.
Salah. and I
Trent is
think
going to go to Madrid.
If Trent gets
Why
a
would he
good,
go?
if Trent gets a
Madrid.
good deal, he's
He
going.
He's
doesn't
literally
care
a
about
scouser.
What do you mean?
And he's going to be captain if
he
Van
can play
Dijk
with
goes.
either. He can play with either Endo, or he can play with Tchouameni,
Okay,
Bellingham,
why'd you pick that? Why'd you pick only him?
Vinicius,
You play
Rodrigo,
Van Dijk and Konate.
Mbappe probably. You don't think he's going to jump
True.
at that chance?
Barca?
Mbappe's coming Liverpool.
Trent
baby.
don't care about Liverpool
Yes, he does.
as much as you think he does.
He really
No,
does a lot.
Trent cares about
You were
Klopp.
saying that Saka could go to City. You don't think Saka could go to
Could.
City? Samuel was having that conversation. Then Trent can leave.
Nah,
Yeah, if
Scouts
Saka
guys
can
are
leave,
built
Trent
different.
can leave.
Scouts guys, they care so much about Liverpool.
Henderson just went to Qatar.
He's
Exactly.
not Scouse.
No,
He's
not
he's
Scouse.
epitome of Scouts. I think of
not.
Henderson more of a Scouse.
Well, he's
He's not Scouse.
He's not
but yeah.
Scouse.
He's
Give him a
Scouse.
So that
You heard
answer-
him talk?
That answer was really bad.
Have you heard him talk?
Yep.
He sounds Scouse.
Sounds like
to
he's from
me.
Sunderland.
Who?
Henderson.
He's not Scouse. Is
I
he
don't
from
know.
Leeds?
I know.
Yeah, I don't know where he's
I'm
from.
just saying.
Yeah. Well, listen. I'm just saying. Don't be too
One
surprised.
minimum, max one.
If Trent goes, we go Frimpong.
Trent goes. We go for Frimpong. See, they've turned their back on Trent already.
Haven't at all. He just said he's going to leave.
Guardiola will finish without domestic silverware.
Oh,
That was a
that's
question.
what you
This
said.
season.
Yeah.
I see it.
I don't.
I
I,
don't
think
see
they
it.
win the league.
I think they win something. In Champions League,
They've
still
already won
comfortably.
thing.
Oh, yeah, I have to say I see it. Yeah, I see it. I see it.
You have to.
Because Liverpool winning the quad, so I see
Yeah,
it.
they won the Super Cup or whatever.
They won the yeah.
Yeah, but counting
Club
from
World
now,
Cup. They won.
I still think they're gonna win something this year.
Yeah. It's not.
Yeah. I mean, I think if they're going to win something, it'll definitely be the league. But I feel like the league is not as clear as it might have felt.
I just think they can't go back to
no,
back
he
in
is.
Champions League. With
We're winning
KDB
Champions
back.
League. Didn't I tell you that?
I
at
don't
the
think
start of
they're
the
winning
year?
the Champions
Oh, yeah,
League.
you think-
I don't
Madrid
think so
win the
either.
Champions League. Arsenal get knocked out probably next round.
Nope. We're playing
Hey,
Porto.
man.
Never say never.
We're playing Porto.
Porto
Anyway,
and Porto is different, bro.
True.
Porto.
De Zerbi won't be the Brighton coach come start of next season.
Agreed.
Could be the Liverpool coach.
See, United, he could be United's coach.
There's a lot of I feel like there's a lot of
Chelsea's
movement.
coach could be.
Nah, no way. Yeah, I want him to be good.
They could get Potter back.
stay away from Chelsea.
Maybe Arsenal's coach, or are you guys going to do another rebuild next year?
We have only done one rebuild. You guys are the ones
I'm
who've
just
done multiple
saying,
rebuilds with the same
If
coach.
you guys have a 6-year
Samuel
rebuild,
said you did
is that
rebuild
right?
this year, by the way.
Yeah, we had to do a mini
6-year
rebuild.
rebuild.
But it
yeah?
didn't stunt any
Samuel said
progress.
that Liverpool needed to rebuild more than Tuchel needed to rebuild at Bayern.
Yeah, it's true. They won the league, of course.
Probably, yeah.
It doesn't make
Of course.
sense.
They're in a
He's
two,
been there for 6 months, mate.
They're in a
He doesn't
two-team
want.
league.
He doesn't want half the players.
They're in a
He
two-team
doesn't want
league.
Kimmich and shit.
So he needs to
He
rebuild.
does want him.
Who? Yeah, Tuchel. I know exactly. That's what I said.
He doesn't
Oh,
need
what
to
did you say?
rebuild. I said Liverpool had to rebuild more this season than they had to rebuild.
Oh, yeah, probably.
Yeah, simple.
He didn't have to. He
We
just
did
got
have
rid of
to.
your players.
Anyway, De
First
Zerbi.
for a reason.
I think that if we don't get Xabi Alonso, we get De Zerbi.
Oh,
True. I mean, that'd be great.
Yeah.
I think he leaves.
I think those
definitely.
are the top two
I could
candidates.
see De Zerbi standing on the
Yeah.
on the
I
side.
don't think he'd want to work with your players.
You can
Why,
bring
they're
in all
good.
new
There's
players.
too
if you
many
want
shit
it.
players there.
It's not. He's
Like
got his
shit
He's got his favorite guy.
footballers.
They used to say
There's shit footballers in Brighton.
like on the ball
There's
footballers.
Yeah.
shit footballers
There's
at
shit
Brighton.
footballers in Brighton.
And look
Nah,
what he
there's
did
not,
to them.
bro.
You think he wants to
Look what he did
dunk
to them.
over Van
They
Dijk?
only sign specific.
I
type
don't
of
see him
players,
going
bro.
to Liverpool
No.
though. I
They
see
don't
him
sign
going.
players who are shit on the ball.
I'm not saying
Konate
Liverpool.
will have to be exiled.
No, he
Salah
wouldn't.
will have to be exiled.
I honestly
Darwin
see
will have to be
De Zerbi
exiled.
at United more than Liverpool.
Sabozla will have to be.
Yeah. If Ten Hag goes, I see De Zerbi more at United than Liverpool.
Nah.
I don't think they'll get rid of Ten
They
Hag.
have more.
I think he's
pull
got
than
too
you
much
guys.
sense to want to go to United.
Yeah, but I don't see Liverpool though.
Liverpool's a
I
nice
see him.
project
He
for a
could
manager.
even go
Yeah.
Barca. Imagine,
Yeah,
imagine De
true.
Zerbi.
I
at
think
Barca.
Barca makes the most
Liverpool
It
sense.
would
So-
make the most.
Yeah.
Liverpool's shown that they'll give time to a manager to do his system. So I feel like it's more appealing to a coach that creates a system.
Now that you guys had a taste of, you're not gonna want to wait another
But that's a great point.
4 years.
Yeah, but I don't think it needs to wait 4 years because our team is nowhere near what Klopp inherited.
Yeah.
No,
Our
but
team's still good.
You're saying that's it, that's if you keep these players right now as well.
Trent's
How
leaving.
many people are going to leave?
Salah,
But
Van
what do you
Dijk,
guys-
Trent.
It's not the quantity.
I don't know.
It's
I
the
feel like
quality.
you might lose a
If
lot
you
of
lose
players.
Salah,
I don't.
if they
I don't
lose
see
Salah
any players
and
moving.
You
another
reckon?
good player, it's done.
Except for Salah.
I said it. How many players do you guys think are there for Klopp, and how many are there for Liverpool?
Exactly. Salah. This is more of
Nobody's-
a reason for Salah to go.
Oh, absolutely.
Like
Van
his
Dijk.
coach is not
He
there,
doesn't.
he's
He doesn't
going.
love Liverpool.
He probably loves the club. And
No, he,
loves
I
the
don't think he
players.
does. He's
Yes,
got
he
no.
is.
What do you mean?
He's
I
ties
don't
to
think
the
he
Of
club.
does.
course he does. He
No,
won
he
his
doesn't.
first trophies with the club.
Oh my
He won the
He
club
played for
first
Celtic. He probably
trophies.
won some trophies.
He won a lot
Premier
of
League trophies.
Oh, he won his
Yeah,
first Premier
true.
League.
I mean,
trophy.
yeah.
You could say the same about all your players.
No, we've got
But
a
it's
young
not- it's a
core
different
of
situation.
players.
Yes, Saliba's got nothing keeping
Arsenal
him there.
fan, lifelong Arsenal fan. Zinchenko, lifelong Arsenal fan. Saka,
Lifelong
Arsenal fan.
You don't think they say that sort of shit? He's going
I've
to go to
got
Madrid
seen
and be,
pictures
be
of
like,
him,
oh, I had
him and
pictures
Arsenal
of
kid,
Zidane
bro.
on
I've
my
seen
wall.
it. I've seen it.
Facts.
Also, our coach
crazy.
didn't leave. If Arteta leaves, then maybe the players will leave. Maybe they won't want to be at
that's what
Arsenal.
I'm
Your
saying. Same
coach has
situation.
actual yeah, but he's saying that they won't. You guys are saying they're there for Liverpool. I'm not
I think
saying
they are.
that.
Liverpool's a big
I think
club.
some are.
It's one of the biggest
Yeah,
clubs
some
of
are.
all
I think the
time.
coach makes a
What do you mean
huge.
biggest
I'll
clubs
tell you
of
the
all time?
ones.
It means
Let's
nothing
try
to
and name
players
the ones
growing up
that
right
are,
now,
that are
though.
there for Liverpool.
Of course it does.
Yeah.
Robertson probably.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Of course it does.
No, nobody
Robertson?
cared about Liverpool. You didn't win a trophy for how long?
Because
Yeah, but I cared about that.
I don't know,
Not
bro.
really.
And think about my age. My age is
But
literally
I
the players
think a
that are
big,
coming in
big
now.
transfer. He's one
It will
transfer
trigger
away.
it now, yeah, but he's an academy guy.
Especially Madrid looking for a right back.
Yeah.
That's exactly what I'm saying.
It's not that we're saying he'll go to Madrid. It's they're looking for a
And
right
this
back.
is you weren't winning. Like you guys didn't have pool for players. True. While you guys were at your best, you still didn't have the pool that Madrid have.
course not.
Picture you at your plummeting down.
We're not
Why are
plummeting.
we plummeting?
Because
still
your
have
coach
good
left.
players.
Yeah,
I
but
literally
we do have a
good
good
players.
squad, and we're going to get in a good coach.
Didn't I the other
What are
day
you guys
ask him-
talking about? Liverpool was the most system team because of the coach that you had.
Yeah.
Yeah, but we're
Everyone
not
that says Klopp
plummeting.
has done an amazing job for competing with Guardiola. That's not Liverpool. That's not the players.
Yeah,
That's
we
Klopp.
know that. We know that.
So him leaving,
But
Of
he's
course,
still
the players
okay.
that have to be good to be able to do that.
Look at the
No,
squad that
not
he's
necessarily.
Look at the,
No,
look at the
they
squad that
don't.
he's built.
Hey, I'll give you an
Oh,
example.
so they do. So another manager can come in with the players that you had at all times. You had players like Origi playing.
I'm saying not maybe to the
Shaqiri
level
playing.
that Klopp could get.
What do you
them
mean?
to, but they're
Milner,
obviously
Henderson.
still
I'm
good.
saying
Lallana.
right now.
Lalana
I'm saying
Henderson,
right now our squad is
Lovren.
very good.
You
I'm
had
saying-
shit players who
Yes.
were
Yes.
performing.
Do you
I'm
think
saying
we're
if a coach
better
come-
now?
I'm saying if a
What do you
coach
mean?
comes
But
into the
the
squad
Klopp-
that we
the
have
coach
right
is
now.
going.
Nah, man.
Yeah,
Yeah,
but I'm
but we
saying
have
if a coach
better
comes into the
players
squad
now.
we have now,
You have better players.
he's relatively
Of course.
young
Exactly
as well.
right.
But how much of a job did your manager do versus
course he
how
did a
much of the
big
job
job.
the
That's why
players
everyone's
did?
sad.
And now he's built a team that is
Yeah.
far better than what he
Hey,
inherited.
question.
That
Yeah.
doesn't mean
Question
they're
to you.
good after he leaves.
Do you think Nunes,
Especially if you just said your best player who you had that whole time is leaving as well.
Who?
Salah.
Yeah, we can replace him.
Oh,
easily.
okay, all good.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
all good. All good.
We will.
done that as your big prediction?
Yeah, all good.
Why would I do that?
You think Darwin Nunes left Sunnyside Portugal beach every day to go to
They just signed
He
Szoboszlai as
obviously
well.
to
to
Nah.
grey clouds Liverpool?
He's
Did Szoboszlai sign for
got the Klopp.
Liverpool
He's got
or
the
for
Klopp,
Klopp?
for
It's
sure.
Klopp.
Scab.
He has
That's
a Liverpool
Klopp.
tattoo.
It's a lie.
So maybe do
His
your
favourite
research
player
before you
played
just
for
start
Liverpool.
he
showing some
signed
shit
for
out.
Klopp.
He signed
His
for
favorite
Liverpool.
player is Gerrard.
For Klopp.
So maybe
He signed for Klopp.
you can just say that as much as you want, but it
It's
doesn't
true.
make it
Everyone's
true the more you
dreams to
say
play
it.
at Anfield.
It's
Yeah.
true.
It's
Oh, I got
Just like
one.
you said for sleep, lifelong
I got
Arsenal
one
fan.
to do.
Yeah. Same for
I haven't seen a
Szoboszlai.
photo of Szoboszlai.
MJ Jeremy.
Maybe you
got a
should look for it.
Gerard tattoo.
MJ Jeremy.
he does.
You remember at
My
the
favourite player.
Yes,
It doesn't even have the logo on it on the jersey.
MJ Jeremy. You
doesn't have
remember? You remember when the whole Salah was just about to sign for Saudi? Who did he talk to keep him there?
I don't know.
Klopp.
Klopp, see? Klopp.
Now who's going to talk to him?
He was going to leave whether or not Klopp
Yeah.
stayed.
Your coach is the one who's
But I'm saying
transformed
you've lost
mediocre
that.
players into being good.
And now our players
agreed.
are good.
Now we
right?
have really
and then
good
now they're
players.
leaving as it gets to the end of Van Dijk's
What do
career.
you mean they're
end of Salah's
leaving?
career. Your two best players in the squad.
You're saying it like it's a given.
well, you said it's a given. You said
think-
Salah's
I
I
going to
think
leave.
Salah's going to leave,
Salah.
yes.
So
And he was
Van
going to leave
Dijk, I think
regardless
he's going to
of
start.
Klopp.
Yeah.
There you go.
Okay, but
So
hey,
now
Van
they're
Dijk's gonna
leaving.
sign
So
again.
why are you saying Trent's definitely leaving? Virgil van Dijk's definitely
Tom,
leaving?
Yeah.
Just saying stuff.
Tom,
18 months on the contract,
if you
boys.
knew Salah was leaving, one, you haven't prepared for him leaving.
You don't know that.
And the only guy
You
that
don't know
would
that,
know,
but yeah, okay,
and
you
the
don't
only
have
guy
another
that
right
would
winger
know
in the
the
squad,
right player,
so we
for
can
that
buy
squad
one, but
is
yeah,
Klopp.
keep
So we're
going.
going to buy one when we get
So
120
Klopp.
million.
But
for
I'm
him.
saying,
You're not getting 100.
the
Yeah,
only
Why
guy
would,
that
we,
knew-
why would we sign a
185
starting
million.
right winger
No.
when we've already got a right winger that's guaranteed to
Yeah.
start? So make that make sense.
Well, you'd have a winger for the bench, no?
Well, why
We've
would
already
we,
got
why would we
wingers
bring
for
in
that.
a top tier right
like you,
winger?
you signed
Yeah.
Gakpo 45 mil. You already had Darwin 80 mil
Yeah,
up
so
top.
we had players.
True?
We had
True or
players for the
false?
bench
True or
already.
We
false?
signed Gakpo first, but yeah.
But no, you didn't, actually.
We
But
did.
anyway, you signed him in January.
You signed
All good.
Darwin.
Liverpool knowledge, yeah? All good.
And Tom,
Why are you looking blank on the face?
Why's your
Samuel,
baby
back
laughing?
him. Back
Back
him.
him what?
Back him.
I'm saying we had already. I'm saying we already had. We already have so many attackers now in our squad. We
You got
wouldn't need
great
to
depth.
sign someone
Got good depth.
to replace Salah
but
now.
MJ.
You replace him when he leaves.
The only person that knew the best replacement for Salah when he goes is Klopp, and he's not there.
Yeah.
Well,
So
now
you're
the
gonna bring in a new
he's gotta-
manager.
he's
Klopp's
gotta
gonna have to
make
take
a
a
risk.
risk.
Klopp's not even
on
the
a
one
new
who wanted
winger.
to sign Salah.
Yeah, you're
so-
right.
True.
It's a great
Yeah.
point.
But he made him the player he is.
He did, but he didn't even want to sign Salah. He wanted Brandt.
Yeah.
Fun fact for you.
But the coach is the one working with the players, no?
Yeah, and the tactical
The
team.
Salah
and
you
everyone, and
signed
they're all
versus
leaving.
Salah now is the
And they're
same
all
player.
having. Yep.
Yeah,
There you go.
obviously.
He's
So-
in. Whoever comes in is inheriting a very good squad.
Yeah, of 6 players that are going to
Okay, so you finish second with, say you finish second or first with Klopp. Where does the exact same squad finish without Klopp? Since the squad is so good.
That's a great question.
I'd say we challenge
Depends
for
what
top
manager
4.
we get.
Yeah, and it does depend on who comes in. Depends what style
Yeah.
they play.
I think
with
it always
these players.
depends on
Yeah.
the manager.
Yeah.
But same squad.
If we
Well,
get,
we have to wait to see
You
who
can
the
pick the
manager
manager.
is.
Pick the manager you want. Same squad.
Well, I think we
Probably
challenge
Session?
first.
Oh,
Yeah.
crazy.
He's
I'm
built
not-
a
So he's
very-
not really doing that good of a job.
He is. He's built a very good squad to go from what
If you're getting second with any manager that comes in,
Not any
whichever one you
manager.
pick.
Not any
It's not any
manager. If
manager.
we had
Whichever
Roy
one you
Hodgson,
pick.
we wouldn't sign
I just said
second.
whichever one you pick.
Yeah, you said if
So
we
he's
pick
not
the best
doing
manager
anything-
in the
Not any
world, it's
manager.
different.
I'm saying
You're
any
just-
manager
If we
you
pick
pick.
the best manager in the
Any
world, it's
manager
different.
you
Oh,
pick.
yes. So if I pick
MJ, what I've
bloody
heard is
someone shit,
these
they're
guys are
going to be
blinded.
terrible.
Doesn't
Pick
matter
someone
what
good.
manager you
Xabi
choose.
Alonso.
Pick someone good.
Yeah, pick
So you
Xabi
get
Alonso.
second with Xabi Alonso and the
I
Liverpool
feel like
squad.
we'd challenge for second.
We get second.
You get second.
Yes.
Okay, there you go. So
I
he's
feel
not
like-
doing an
Why?
exceptional
Xabi
job.
Alonso could be
Xabi
doing
Alonso
Xabi
is
Alonso
a-
Xabi Alonso
You're the
could
one
be
that's
doing a
arguing
Lampard
for
right
Klopp.
now. You never
We're
know.
the one that's arguing for the
No,
players.
no. Liverpool fans have argued for how good Klopp's
You're-
been for
you're
9 years,
arguing
right?
for Klopp.
Right?
We're saying we have good
Yes,
players.
he's been
and
so
you're
good at what
arguing for
he's
Klopp.
done.
Right?
The best part of what he's done
Is compete with City.
No, I'm saying the best part of what he's done is creating the team that we have from what he had and creating the system that he had from what we once had. That's what the best part is. But now if you get to take what he's got right now
Creating the
isn't a-
system. You don't have the system anymore.
What he's got right now with
It's
the
just the
team,
players.
what he's got right now with the team is not an unfinished product. It's relatively finished. So whoever comes in, he's got a very good squad to take on.
to compete with Guardiola in second.
Of course.
No, but he's like you said, it's well in the works, right?
No, I
But-
said it's almost finished. Yeah,
But you take a play like Salah out, it's not in the works anymore.
I think
You're
we're
gonna
still
have to-
very good.
Yeah, but what's
And
what's
I'm
gonna
the person
happen,
who
though?
said that. Without
What's
Salah,
gonna happen, though?
We'd still be good.
What's gonna happen?
Yeah, but you didn't
signed-
say without Klopp.
But we signed
Van
someone
Dijk's-
good.
You didn't say
Dijk's
without
not
Klopp.
getting
You said
younger.
without Salah.
Yeah, Van Dijk's not getting younger. What does that?
So where's your replacement for him? Since it's already
We have
it's
Konate and we
One.
have Quanta, who's very good.
that's just starting to play now.
Yeah.
And you think
Well,
in
yeah,
the
Do you think
like
Van
we
Dijk's
don't make
leaving
signings
next
no,
season?
no,
as
no.
well.
You
But
think
I'm
Van
saying
Dijk's leaving
No,
next
the
season?
squad, the squad.
you're saying an
Squad's
established
there.
he's an established player right now.
Who?
This guy should
Squad's
be.
there,
I
mate.
didn't say he's
What
an
are you
established
talking
player.
All I'm saying is he can't have done that great of a job consistently competing with Guardiola, which is what Liverpool fans say and give him the most credit for.
Yes.
If you can get another manager in and still finish second
I'm saying up
doesn't make
until
sense.
this point is his best
with a
is the
completely
best-
different system, it doesn't make sense.
The best part of his work has been creating this squad that we have today
And the system.
That's the best. Yeah, that's.
But
the
you don't
best
play the
part.
same system when you
I'm
get a
saying
different coach.
A new coach that comes in and has some money to spend, especially if Salah leaves, we're gonna have money to spend. A new coach that comes in, he's already got such a good squad. What Klopp did to make him so great is come into a team with absolutely no good players, maybe three or
He
four
did
good
that in
players.
the first 2 or 3 years. He's been there for 8 years. So the other 5 years, he's had the squad that you're talking about.
Yes, he built
Yeah.
a great
Yeah,
squad, and
so
they
in
were
the
very
first 2
good.
years, correct?
Maybe after the third, maybe third,
He
fourth
came in
season is-
15, 16. He signed Salah 17, 18.
Yeah.
Okay.
So after the third or fourth season we had Salah but no Van Dijk.
You had Van Dijk
We signed him during that year.
Yeah,
the same
And
year.
then we signed Alisson the year after. But he's built this squad that's very good.
And then for the 4 years where you've had him and he's had the squad you wanted, you consistently finish second.
Because yes.
Okay.
Because he built a great squad. and he
Okay,
had
so then a
good
new
system.
coach comes in
Yep.
with the squad he's built and finishes second, is what you're saying.
Well, he rebuilt kind of the squad.
You said
And-
it's almost finished, the
Yeah,
squad.
now.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, based
But
on
we
who
don't
we
get
signed this
we
year.
don't get as many points. We probably don't reach as many
Yeah,
finals.
and I said I didn't say we'd
Oh.
challenge for first.
You know
I
what?
didn't say we challenged for first. Me personally,
Salah
I think that we could get
done.
second, but I don't think it's like a sure thing. Whereas next season, if Klopp was there, I think we would challenge for the title.
Well, you're challenging for the title with Klopp. That's my
I
point.
know that's what I'm saying. Next season, I think we would challenge for it again.
With Klopp.
Yeah,
Yeah. Makes
so
sense.
there is a drop off, but I don't think the drop off is as drastic just because he's built such a good
I
squad.
think it's fucking drastic.
Yeah.
Anyway, after the changes at United,
If we can pick the manager.
they will be. That's with you picking the manager.
That's
Yeah,
what I'm saying.
I
If
said
we don't
with you
get to
picking
pick the manager and we get someone shit like Graham Potter in, then I think we go down very far.
Okay. After the changes at United, this is a question we got. Football director, new owner, part owner,
yeah.
and they're implementing all these football hierarchy changes. Are United, especially now with the Klopp news, going to be the best team prepared to fight with City for the title?
In what time frame?
Let's say 2 years.
No.
No.
I
They
can't
need
see
a
it.
they need a squad overhaul.
You're bad.
They need
And
a
you're
good.
not-
I reckon they
They
need a
have
4
that,
or
then I'll
5
believe
year.
it.
I think
They need a
4 or
makeover.
5 year. Yeah.
They need a makeover bad.
Yeah.
I think with Klopp going, then Arsenal has to be the best
Yeah,
team
yeah.
to fight City.
For sure.
Makeover.
And if they're not,
Yeah.
then I don't know what to tell them.
All right, last question. Arsenal fans will be disappointed come the end of the season.
Yeah,
Yeah, I think so.
I think so as well.
Yeah.
It's possible. I mean, we're not first at the moment, but you can't guarantee to win the league at this point in time. We've seen that before. I think it's the tightest race we've seen as well. So,
And your hope kind of is resting on Champions League right now. So if you don't win the
The
Champions
The
guy-
League, Champions League, same.
League and Champions League.
same.
No, no,
hope.
I know.
yeah, I'm not saying we haven't.
I know
we're not
you
gonna
think
win
you're
the league.
winning Champions League. So if you don't win Champions League, then you don't win the
I'll
league.
take the league if we.
I'm
don't
saying a
win.
trophyless season
Yeah.
is at this point is not what you thought it would be.
Yeah.
No, I thought we win Champions League.
I tipped us
Yeah.
to win the league. So if we don't get anything, then that's a disappointing season.
But surely
Even
you
if we
thought
come
that you'd
second.
be like challenging hard for the league.
Yeah, I did.
We are, right?
I said we'd.
Are we not?
Well, you're not like first or second at this point.
Because we're
We're
5
not.
points off first,
Yeah, we're 5 points off first.
which is not good.
It's not bad.
It's not
though.
bad.
But it's not bad. It's not good.
I thought it was more than that.
Nah, it's
Yeah,
only
it's
5.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's not
And we
too
play
bad.
you
It's not too bad.
Still.
Yeah.
So
after
it-
this week.
Pretty much, I reckon when we play you guys, that result decides in my mind whether 8 points is
Yeah.
ridiculous or it's 2 points.
Especially with the drop off
Off
you had
the
at the
3
end of
points.
last season.
Yeah,
8 points going into that period is going to be
it's too
tough.
hard.
All right. Imagine 8 points.
The 8 points in front, and then
Yeah, Starboy
bottled it.
wears 8. He's
Yeah.
not performing. There's a lot of things going bad.
Our Starboy
Crazy.
wears 7.
I'm talking about your Starboy 8. Odegaard not performing.
Nobody's ever
Be
called him
8 points.
Starboy.
He beat 8 points.
But
after
also,
that
Arsenal are
Liverpool
more
game.
well equipped now coming into the last than we were last year, where we had injuries. Now everyone's coming back. To
But
the
then
team.
there's also still a long time to go. So a lot
no
of
guarantee
injuries.
you
A
don't
lot of
get an
injuries.
injury.
No,
still
that's
to
what I'm
come.
saying now. But right now, Partey comes back.
There's
fully
probably
fit.
2 big
Timber
injuries
comes
still
back.
to come.
When is Timber back?
They're saying February sometime, but
There's probably 2 big injuries still to come. I
Yeah,
reckon.
but he's not going to be right.
For every team, you can probably guarantee 2
while.
injuries.
He won't
Yeah,
play for
given,
the
given the,
first month.
the
Yeah.
load of games,
Yeah.
yeah.
yeah, if that's
Especially with
Zinchenko
Champions
Havertz,
League.
then that's fine.
Yeah, but then
Yeah, but if it's Rice or Saliba,
yeah, and Partey goes back,
you guys are
you
finished.
probably almost
Yeah.
guarantee
It's one of
Partey's
those
not going to
two.
finish the season.
Yeah.
All right, well, this has
It
been
has
One
nothing
Shoot.
to do with his injuries.
Recap. Prem mid-season recap. We got all the biggest answers and predictions this episode.
Yeah.
Liverpool in the mud coming when? Bud?
To your screens in April.
Okay, in April. Shit.
It's going down in
Yeah.
April.
Make sure you like, share, subscribe. Thank you for watching.
You better
Thank you.
move. You better dance.